Flow Sports has changed the game. We created the essential destination NCAA fans deserve. Together, Flow College and NCAA conferences, institutions, and teams have taken all collegiate sports to the next level.
Oh my goodness! Back to Jones. She lets it fly from deep, and she buries it. Oh, and a wraparound. He's got some speed down the sideline. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
The new collegiate record belongs to Parker Valby.
In front, Stockfish, offload shot, score!
Smith taking three. That is crushed.
It's a touchdown!
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Jim Schuler Court inside Memorial Gymnasium here on the campus of Texas Lutheran University for tonight's SCAC conference matchup featuring your Texas Lutheran Bulldogs taking on the number 4 ranked team in the nation as the Celts out of the University of St. Thomas make their trip down from Houston here to Seguin. I'm Smash Simmons, glad to be with all of y'all. This is actually my first time here at Memorial Gymnasium, and I know we got a good one on hand. Bulldogs looking to see if they can break the hot streak of the 4th-ranked team in the nation. Here we go. Tip-off has commenced, and it will be the Bulldogs who have possession. They come in 8-8. Does Texas Lutheran 3-4 in SCAC play? This defense, though, very mighty of the Celts. So the Bulldogs are going to have to try to score early and often. Shot clock already down to 5. Orozco outside looking to pull up. Mid-range shot off the backside of the iron. The fight for the rebound, and it's commandeered by the Celts. Congolo, and we're already having showtime as Gitonga slams home the first points of this game for the Celts. A little back-to-back passing. Orozco unable to hit on the 3. And we have a push in the back against Darren Ford Jr. Starting 5 for head coach Austin Falke. Isaac Orozco, the redshirt senior out of Helotes. You have Mason Wallace wearing the number 3, the senior out of Judson. Samaj Edwards, the senior out of Lanham, Maryland, out of Oak Hill Academy. Darren Ford Jr. out of San Antonio by way of Veterans Memorial. And then Teddy Tamkin, the former Cavalier out of Lake Travis. Orozco on the mismatch here. Good defense, though. Tapkin skies high for the rebound. St. Thomas. Nathan Congolo out of Houston, followed by number 1, Corey Thompson. 15 on the shot clock here for the Bulldogs. Looking to drive to Tamkin inside, and we'll have a travel on Tamkin. The rest of the starting lineup for head coach Anthony Medina. Reese Allen, the senior out of Humble, Texas. The star scorer, first team all SCAC last season. Number 10, Angel Johnson, the senior out of Houston, out of Atascocita High. And then Charles Gitonga, who we saw earlier with the slam from Cypress, Texas, the junior, listed at 6'8". 15 seconds on the shot clock. Good rotation defense here. The battle down low, too strong. And a good finish right around the cup for Reese Allen. St. Thomas out to an early 4-0 advantage. Tamkin will get fouled from behind. Glad to see he's okay. That went down hard on the knee, but good flexibility as he gets right back up. Inbound awaits the Bulldogs, who are dressed in the all-white here tonight, with the black trim on the shorts. Wallace, the handoff. Orozco finds his way inside. Orozco puts it up off the glass, but not enough spin to finish. The Celts coming the other way, dressed in the all-black with the red trim and the white numerals. This is an NBA range 3. That's too heavy as Tamkin commandeers the board. And we welcome all of y'all here to Seguin. This ball intercepted. Congolo doesn't get the reverse finish, but we're going to have a foul on Orozco. And we'll be going to the free throw line with the Celts. Oh, no. Mismatch. So everybody confused, including myself and the defense of the Bulldogs. It ends up being an easy 2 off of the inbound. And the number 4 ranked team in the nation, St. Thomas, already in front 6-0. Bulldogs looking for their first bucket. Good movement down low. Tamkin, though, quickly fallen upon, and there is no call there. Bulldog coaching staff wanting a whistle and won't get it, but Tamkin taking contact on both sides. On the inbound, Bulldogs with possession, 10 on the shot clock. This is Mason Wallace looking to get going. He has his pocket picked. It will be Angel Johnson who slams the swipe and score. Timeout taken.
Flow Sports has changed the game. We created the essential destination NCAA fans deserve. Together, Flow College and NCAA conferences, institutions, and teams have taken all collegiate sports to the next level.
Oh my goodness! Back to Jones. She lets it fly from deep, and she buries it. Oh, a wraparound. He's got some speed down the sideline. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
The new collegiate record belongs to Parker Valby.
Welcome back, everyone, to Jim Schuler Court here inside Memorial Gymnasium. As right now, the Bulldogs trying to find their pacing against this quick, opportunistic, and well-defensive team of the Celts. Full court press, the inbound. They have 5 more seconds to get it up the court to Tamkin, and that will get it over the timeline. Here on the near side. Up top, Tamkin thought about the 3. Wallace has possession and nowhere to go. And it ends up being a sliding foul on Reese Allen. Bulldogs will have possession and a fresh 20 on the shot clock now. I want to thank all of y'all for tuning in with us here on Flow College Hoops. Hopefully you made it home by now to watch this game and relax after a whole week's worth of work. But if not, maybe you're just listening in the car. I hope you're just listening and not watching, as that will be the first bucket of the game for Darren Ford Jr. and the Bulldogs, as the San Antonio, Texas Veteran Memorials product gets Texas Lutheran on the board. Looking to find some room. No walk. Oh, the rebound goes off of the foot of Edwards. Just when it worked out there for the Bulldogs, they lose possession out of bounds.
Flow Sports has changed the game. We created the essential destination NCAA fans deserve. Together, Flow College and NCAA conferences, institutions, and teams have taken all collegiate sports to the next level.
Oh my goodness! Back to Jones. She lets it fly from deep, and she buries it. Oh, a wraparound. He's got some speed down the sideline. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
The new collegiate record belongs to Parker Valby.
Looking in front, Stockfish, offload shot, score!
Smith making 3. That is crushed.
It's a touchdown!
Lead Texas Lutheran 8-2. This St. Thomas squad coming off of an appearance at the NCAA tournament last season where they were able to reach the second round. And right now they have a team comprised of ballers that can possibly exceed that great season from last year for them. For the Bulldogs, trying to match the most wins under head coach Austin Falke. Hit that 10-win mark. And what an upset it would be if the Bulldogs can find their footing against this Celts team. Good flyby. The shot for three. Oh, like a fast food restaurant. It goes in and out for Mason Wallace. Good initial pump fake to lose the defender. Going old school, but can't hit the mid-range. Wallace going inside. Good find off of the hezzy. And Darren Ford Jr. has scored both buckets for Texas Lutheran. Angel Johnson, first in the league in the SCAC when it comes to assists and steals. Congolo on the drive. Thompson. This is a corner three. It's going to be short. Rebound is ripped down by Wallace. 14:24 here in the first half of play. We thank you again for spending part of your Friday night with us here on Flow College. Hopefully, if you're just sitting in traffic, at least you get a chance to listen. Corner three coming up, wide open, and it ends up just a tad short as it pings right off of the front side of that rim. Bulldogs looking to dig in defensively here against the Celts and force another miss. Johnson screaming the play out from the top of the key on the drive. The turnaround, the beautiful no-look pass, but the reverse lay-in is short from the tall fella in Charles Ganota. Mason Wallace has the ball stolen on the opposite end. Thompson, left-handed lay-in, makes it 10-4. This is the St. Thomas side that does very well defensively. It's their ninth in the country when it comes to the turnover margin at 8.3, at a plus 8.3. Out of bounds, and it will be Bulldog basketball. Changes coming up first of the game. Brennan Webb as well as Garrett Rogers. Wallace back inside. Good ball movement by the Bulldogs. Connecting the dots all the way right down to the post for Teddy Tampkin for the tap-in. And it ends up being 10-6. Bulldogs behind by 4 here in the first half of play as we're nearing that midway point of the opening half. With 12:45 remaining. 10 on the shot clock as the Celts get into their offense. And it's going to be just Johnson going right to the rack, and he'll shoot the ball too hard where it rims out of the cylinder, but last touched out of play, Bulldogs. First change for Coach Falke, as Carter Lewis, the junior from New Braunfels, Texas, the former Unicorn, now on the court for the Bulldogs. And the play already physical. They'll call the travel. That's on Nicholas Buffalo, the junior out of Deer Park, Texas. And the Bulldogs will have an opportunity here to cut this down to a one-possession game. 10-6 our score so far. The Bulldogs have done all right to hang in within striking distance after starting off this game cold from the floor. 15 on the shot clock. Edwards going to go one-on-one, drive, stops, trying to find some room, does Edwards, and he ends up putting it off the glass. Celts with the rebound. Congolo stops, pulls back on the breaks, can't get the finish, and it's Tampkin again in for the rebound. Well done. Tampkin with possession at the top of the key. This is Wallace now. Wallace trying to break off the defender off the crossover. Busy hands leads to the steal. Johnson up and under. And going out of play. Who touched it last? It will be the Bulldogs as Lewis touches it last. Welcome back, everyone. 10-6 our score. Texas Lutheran behind against the number 4th ranked team in the nation. And St. Thomas ahead 10-6. I'm Smash Simmons. Glad to be with all of y'all here in Seguin, Texas on the campus of Texas Lutheran. Off of the inbound. Trying to go down low. And Tapkin there for the tap away. And will it be a jump ball? No, they're going to say it is Bulldog. It is a foul on Nicholas Buffalo, and it will be Bulldog basketball. So again, the Bulldogs just kind of hanging around right now. If you have just joined us, they started off cold from the field, unable to knock down some shots. That is thanks in part to good Celt defense. They were forcing turnovers, scoring on steals. But ever since the early lead, the Bulldogs able to get a couple of buckets from Darren Ford Jr., and now they've just been hanging around, breaking the ankles and knocking down the open shot. That's the type of scoring that will give the Bulldogs some energy, as it was Jedi Chavarin Rivens from Westaco, Texas, down in the 9.56, getting his first bucket of the game. 10-8 our score. I think he just lost it on the way up. It's saved and thrown across the timeline. That will reset the time clock, or the shot clock rather, to 22 seconds after that. Good initial defense from the Bulldogs. Can they dig in again? 15 on the shot clock, driving, trying to get the defender in the air. That's a travel. Jaden Ross, if anything, I thought he would have stepped out of bounds, either or. But it's a turnover. Now the Bulldogs could be thinking about an equalizer here. So the Bulldogs do go off in horns. Tapkin, the double team awaits. Catch and shoot three. Connects from downtown. Does Jonah Johnson, the sophomore from Cibolo, Texas, by way of Steel High. Puts the Bulldogs in the front for the first time here tonight. 11-10 as we reach the midway point of this first half of play. 10 minutes remain. And they're going to call Chavarin Rivens on the foul, that slight grab. (11-10) Bulldogs lead here on the back end of the first half with less than 10 minutes to go now. A slide by Rivens. Rivens trying to stay in front. It would have been a fantastic finish had it gone in the first time, but gets his own board and score is Corey Thompson. And that will put St. Thomas back in front, 12-11. Tight defense as Garcia defending possession well. Garcia saves it from going over the timeline. 15 on the shot clock here for the Bulldogs. Rivens down low. Tampkins outside. This is an open look. Corner three, too short. And the rebound ripped down by Tamarcus Butler. 9 minutes to go in this opening half. 12-11 our score. A big hello to all of you who have joined us late. Picked a good time to tune in, though. It's been a tight game as the Bulldogs playing well. The look for three, it's too heavy off the side of the rim, but the rebound went right in the corner, and he just lost it on his own. Yeah, Allen was going up. Phantom block as he just lost it on the way up. And it will be Bulldog basketball. Tamkin gets a rest here as Carter Lewis will check in. And the Bulldogs, Kevin Juarez, the 6'6" junior from Pasadena, just right outside of Houston, is now in the game. Garcia off to the aforementioned Juarez, and he'll be going to the free throw line. Juarez, a 70% free throw shooter coming into this contest, as he's 17-24 from the line this season. hits the first, averaging 2.6 points per game. Averaging about 12 minutes per contest under Coach Falke. This one could put the Bulldogs in front. And he does just that, does Juarez. Second lead of the game taken by TLU, 13-12. And now they're looking to defend. Good anticipation from Lewis to knock the ball out of play. Possession will stay with St. Thomas as they'll have the inbound on the baseline. And they do so quickly. Allen here on the wing. Juarez, good defense. Allen was falling out of play, and the high IQ play doesn't work out because Juarez was a step ahead. There's the handoff. Johnson. Garcia looking to drive. His lane shut down. Juarez beyond the three-point line. Catch and shoot from Johnson. And it splashes in for Jonah Johnson. Second three-pointer of the contest for Johnson, 16-12. As the Bulldogs playing tough, defending home court and looking for the upset here tonight. Again, the Celts, they haven't found their groove just yet. Garcia, very handsy defense, 10 on the shot clock. Down to 7. Pulling up from the mid-range. It's too heavy off the back iron. Garcia knocks it loose as it goes out of play. And we come to the media timeout. Best run of basketball here tonight from the Bulldogs. A lot of that predicated on the substitutions here from Coach Falke. Right places, right time. Kevin Juarez coming in. And Juarez knocking down his free throws to give the Bulldogs the lead and helping down on the defensive end as well. Darren Ford Jr. having a couple of big buckets. Jonah Johnson as well. And everybody pulling their weight in this contest for the Bulldogs. Yeah, Jonah Johnson with his 2 3-pointers leads the way. 6 points scored. Darren Ford Jr. with the 4 points to start off this game with 2 buckets scored. Teddy Campkin has his tip in. Chafarin Rivens with 2 points, and the aforementioned Juarez has 2 free throws. Helping out the cause. Leading scorer for St. Thomas, Corey Thompson. 4 points scored so far. Then you have Allen Gatonga alongside Thompson and Angel Johnson, each with 2. It's been a combination of good defense from the Bulldogs, as well as less than stellar shooting for the Celts. There was a few times they have been around the rim and just haven't been able to finish on some lay-ins or some on open looks. They're 6 of 21 right now from the field. So St. Thomas has taken twice the amount of shots that the Bulldogs have, but TLU has been much more efficient with their shots. That's going to be on the ground. The foul will be on Garcia. 7:13 out of the timeout, 16-12. TLU leads the 4th-ranked team in the nation here at Jim Schuler Court inside Memorial Gymnasium. 15 on the shot clock. Johnson looking to go to work against Garcia. He gets his lane shut down. 10 on the shot clock. Juarez is there defensively. 5 on the shot clock. Celts looking to go. Johnson held up. Johnson with the dish. And they say that the shot was off. Juarez skying up and coming down with the aggressive rebound. Garcia trying to get over the timeline as he's guarded closely here. It has to spin free from the grasp with Thompson. Juarez taking it down low. Got to the rim and it's punched right back out. This is Wallace outside. This shot for 3. Clinks in for Carter Lewis. 19-12, Lewis. Third made 3 of this game for the Bulldogs. And they're having a monumental run right now. Looking to close out the first half strong. On the drive. And there is the razzle dazzle, the highly energetic finish from Angel Johnson. I mean, that was amazing. Behind the back, goes from left to right hand in the air. Starting point guard and Isaac Orozco will come back in for TLU. 6:06 remains. Full court press being administered here from the Celts. 19-14, 6 minutes to go here on Flow College Hoops. And it will be a carry. That's such a 50-50 call nowadays. And I'm not blaming the officials on that. So far, they've called a really good game. They've been consistent, and I give credit where credit is due. But that is a tough call to go against the Bulldogs, especially since you see carries like that on every possession. Johnson, nice dish. Great defense, even better finish, though. Juarez battling, but a good finish from Gatonga. 19-16, Orozco start-stop, trying to get out of trouble here. The Bulldogs had the advantage there momentarily, but now get back into the half-court set. Wallace, down low, Tampkin. Back outside, Juarez. Nowhere to go. 5 on the shot clock here for the Bulldogs. Orozco driving. Orozco has that ball blocked out of the way by Reese Allen, who's waiting down low. Allen can't get the finish, though. And Juarez, again, aggressive takeaway. This ball up ahead, Samaj Edwards. Outside to Juarez. Bulldogs looking to take some time off the clock here. Less than 5 minutes to play. It's a 3-point lead for TLU. Tampkin with possession, back outside, catch and shoot three. It clinks off the rim, and it's a foul committed by St. Thomas and Reese Allen. (19-16), 4:44 left in this first half of play as the Bulldogs lead by 3. Pulling up from downtown and knocking down the tray is number 3, Mason Wallace. The former Rocket makes it 22-16 in favor of TLU. Johnson loses the handle on the way up. See, sometimes when we complain about 2K just being a simulation, I see things like that, and then I'm like, nah, they totally nailed it. It's real. Because if that happened to me while I was gaming, I'd lose my mind. I'd be like, there's no way, and we just saw it in the flesh. 4:16, dangerous pass. Back in front, Tampkin spotting up for Trey. Can't connect. And that's going to be a foul on Edwards. You could tell he tried to hold up, but it's kind of like kind of like current NFL pass defense. You knew that was going to be called as soon as contact was made. 22-16, 4:05 left. Bulldogs playing well here in the first half. 4 minutes to go. Orozco almost gets it away. Coming in. Skies through the defense. Does get Tonga to get the finish. 22-18. 3:45 left in this first half. Bulldogs have knocked down big trays in this game, but they have to stay consistent. Orozco faking the three. He has 12 to work with on the shot clock. Orozco from NBA distance. He's way off, but it's last touch off the Celts. So the Bulldogs have 7 seconds to work with here to inbound and score. And we go to the media timeout. It's the last one of the first half. 22-18 TLU leads here on Flow College Hoops. out of the media timeout. 22-18. Bulldogs lead against the 4th-ranked St. Thomas Celts. Here on Flow College Hoops, I'm Smash Simmons. Glad to be with you here in Seguin. Bulldogs have possession underneath their own basket with 7 seconds on the shot clock here. Tapkin looking to drive. And that's a goaltend. Tapkin with the 2. Bulldogs will take it 24-18 after the bucket. For Tamkin, he has now 4 points in this game. Jonah Johnson leads the way for the Bulldogs with 6. Charles Kantonga leads the way scoring-wise for the Celts with 6 points, followed by Corey Thompson with 4, as well as Angel Johnson with 4. Johnson with possession here on the drive. Congolo, Johnson looking to drive. Johnson finger rolls it in after the sky-high finish to make it 24-20. Bulldogs in front still with 4. Less than 3 minutes on the drive. Wallace, step back to the leaner. No, the rebound. Yes, the finish. All right, Darren Ford Jr. Yeah, right place, right time. As the Bulldogs up by 6. Johnson just gets right through Orozco and is able to shed him off of the shoulder. 26-22. The press backs off now. Inside, Orozco tried to bounce pass it in, and it ends up being stolen ultimately by Johnson. In transition, the 3, yes. First 3 of the game for St. Thomas. At the last timeout, the Celts were only shooting 29% from the field. Now they're starting to warm up. Less than 2 minutes to go. Here in the first half, Bulldogs lead by 1. Tapkin, here on the low block. The double team late. Outside, Edwards with a hand in his face. The 3 off the mark. Johnson with the rebound. Celts pushing it. Thompson, it's going to go out of play. Then it was saved. Another opportunity as this ball flails all over the court. And it's kept alive by the Celts. The dish down low. Defense is there. For Junior. Stuffs the defender as it will be called jump ball. Possession stays with St. Thomas. This is going to be a short timeout as we've already used all the media timeouts. So as we go to the break, 26-25 TLU leads here on Flow College Hoops. Welcome back, everyone, here to Jim Schuler Court inside Memorial Gymnasium on the campus of Texas Lutheran University. As TLU does lead 26-25, but the Celts have an opportunity to take the lead on this possession. 5 on the shot clock. Down to 3, 2. They get the shot off, and it's in. Congolo puts St. Thomas back in front. 27-26. Orozco draws the foul. 16 foul on the visitors. One more would put the Bulldogs at the free throw line for the remaining 58 seconds and change of this first half of play. Wallace will inbound. Here to Orozco. Bulldogs in their half-court set. Edwards for Junior. Through the double team, Orozco gets back on the handle. Orozco driving, great dish to Darren Ford Jr. Serving up something delicious there was Orozco. The no-look side swipe pass, Darren Ford Jr., great hands. Even better finish to put the Bulldogs back in front. There's a 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock right now. The shot clock goes down to 10. 13 seconds remained. Shot clock down to 5. 8 seconds remain. On the drive, Johnson denied. 5 seconds to go. Down to 3. 2, Tamkin, one-legged 3. And he ends up just a tad short at the end. Good shot there from Tamkin. But a spirited and motivated effort here in the first half of play has TLU legitimately thinking upset here tonight as the Bulldogs go into the half ahead of the 4th-ranked team in the nation, 28-27 over St. Thomas. Both teams heading to halftime. Can the Bulldogs find one more half of basketball, just like we witnessed right now, to see themselves over the finish line and pull one of the biggest upsets of the weekend? We will find out in about another 10 minutes or so after the break here on Flow College Hoops.
Coach Folke at half, which they're up by 1 point right now against the 4th-ranked team in the country, St. Thomas. So, Coach Folke, how are you feeling about that right now? It's a very close, very intense game right now between these two teams.
Yeah, I think officials are kind of letting us play, so it's physical, but it's pretty even both ways. They got us on a couple of offensive rebound opportunities, so we got to limit that. And we had some sloppy turnovers that we shouldn't have had that led to some points. Overall, I think we're doing a decent job following our game plan. Offensively, we got to trust each other more. We got to work to get open and work for the best shots as possible. They're the best defensive team in our league, and so we're going to have to work for it.
Yeah, kind of with that defensive team side, that you guys are also bringing a very defensive game for the most part, kind of limiting them and getting them to kind of force some shots there. So how do you want to kind of continue that into the second half?
Yeah, I think we're following our game plan. We're trying to force tough contested twos, and then, like I said, we just got to finish it off with rebounding, and we'll be doing a better job. But they got some good playmakers, and so we're going to have to keep working for 20 minutes.
Oh, good luck, Coach Folke, in the second half, and make sure to stay tuned.
As an MAT student, you are an athletic trainer, and I think that's something really cool that we get to experience.
We're pretty hands-on. Anything that our preceptor asks us to do, we're able to do. Going out to practices and traveling to games.
We're doing evals, looking at them, helping them with their rehab protocols.
For me personally, I do a lot of hands-on where I'm speaking with the patients about how they feel, and so I feel like it's a lot of one-on-one interactions.
Knowing that I'm going to go into the clinic every day and I don't know who's going to walk through the door and what their problem's going to be, and that I get to be the one that tells them hey, this is what's wrong, but I can also help you, so here's a solution.
I chose TLU because I like the one-on-one that I get with my professors.
Being able to talk to all the professors one-on-one, they were definitely helpful in deciding what I can do with my degree and then how to get into those different fields.
I liked the tour of the campus. I liked seeing how everything was really close together. Our classes now from first year and second year are all in the lab, so we have our own space that we can go to for studying.
Well, I chose TLU because I had met some people who were in the program and they told me some good things about it. It's a smaller school, so I feel like I was going to get more of that one-on-one type of learning.
I get to, be more hands-on with patients and more engaged with my preceptors and my professors and my classmates as well.
More than dream of a better world. Make it happen with a TLU degree. Texas Lutheran University provides one-on-one opportunities for students to build their college resumes. As freshmen and sophomores, our students are already performing research with a professor, presenting at conferences, and building their portfolios to apply for graduate schools and professional health programs. The world needs you. Answer your calling. TLU. Learn boldly. Live to inspire. Learn more at tlu.edu.
Monica Sidicic here, and you're watching Old Dog with New Tricks. And this week we are with the TLU volleyball girls. Yeah.
Flow Sports has changed the game. We created the essential destination NCAA fans deserve. Together, Flow College and NCAA conferences, institutions, and teams have taken all collegiate sports to the next level.
Oh my goodness! Back to Jones. She lets it fly from deep, and she buries it. Oh, and a wraparound. He's got some speed down the sideline. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
The new collegiate record belongs to Parker Valby.
In front, Stockfish, offload shot, score!
Smith making three. That is crushed.
It's a touchdown!
Welcome back, everyone. As we are just getting out of halftime, your score 28-27, Texas Lutheran leads. A very uncharacteristic game for the fourth-ranked team in the nation as St. Thomas, usually good for about 35% from the three-point line. It's only connected on 1 of 4 shots from downtown in this game and shooting 40%, but right before the end of the game, they were only at about 28% from the field going into the final minutes of the first half of play. They have forced 8 turnovers and only committed 6 themselves, but the Bulldogs shooting well from three-point land as they've connected on 4 of 13, good for 30% from downtown. 10 on the shot clock here for the Bulldogs. Tampkin trapped on the baseline. Bailout pass, Mason Wallace starts the second half off with a bang. 31-27 as the Bulldogs looking to pull the upset here tonight. There's the screen. Finding some room, but was moving, gets his own rebound, can't get the putback. Orozco able to challenge, but Edwards loses the handle on the possible rebound. It has been an off game for Edwards as the defensive key has been on him. Leading scorer for TLU coming into this contest. Still looking to get on the score sheet here tonight. But the rest of his teammates have stepped up. On the drive, Edwards there defensively. Tampkin taps it down, and he ties it up. Possession arrow pointing in favor of the Celts. So we'll go to a quick timeout. 31-27, TLU leads here at the break on Flow College. So Wallace's 3 makes it 6 points scored for him in this game now, as he's the second leading scorer alongside Jonah Johnson, who had 2 3-pointers in the first half, as the Bulldogs lead 31-27. I'm Smash Simmons, glad to be with you here from Jim Schuler Court inside the Memorial Gymnasium here on the campus of Texas Lutheran University in Seguin. Just a little northeast of San Antonio and a little southeast of Austin. Kind of like right in the middle, close to New Braunfels. Right now could be the home to one of the bigger upsets in the nation this weekend if the Bulldogs can hang on, but still plenty of basketball to be had here in the second half of play. We welcome all of y'all that have joined us here either late or have been with us since the opening tip-off on Flow College Hoops. For Junior, gets the ball out of his hands, 5 on the shot clock. Orozco was trying to go up, and he's fouled. Johnson on the... We'll get the whistle, and we'll be going to the free throw line for TLU and Isaac Orozco. Orozco, a 73% free throw shooter coming into this game. First free throws of the contest. Doesn't make the first. First Bulldog miss from the free throw line, but that was just the third free throw taken. Second one, shooter's touch does fall, 32-27 as the Bulldogs in front. They've had the lead since half. If you just joined us, a big welcome to all the Celts fans outside the Houston area and those beyond. What a finish. Cuts through the defense and lays it in nicely with the right amount of touch. Does Gitonga. Edwards Just kind of skidded the ball along over here to the top of the key. Wallace, one-on-one, pull up three. Mason, too hard off the left side for Junior. Just had the ball squeak out of the grasp of his hands. Orozco back to help, but there's the mismatch here. Johnson looking to drive and then pulls it back out. 32-29. They could tie it up on a made three here on this possession. Could St. Thomas. Crunching screen delivered by Allen. Down low for Junior. Good defense. And the rebound goes into the hands of Edwards. Samaj crosses over, and he's fouled as he breaks through the defense. Dangerous inbound, but it does go into the hands of Wallace. 20 on the shot clock. Orozco fakes the three. Try to get it down to Edwards. I don't think he was ready for it. Edwards will end up fouling Johnson. Yeah, it's all about trying to keep up. Catch and shoot three to tie it up, and it rims out. Wallace commandeers the rebound. 17 minutes to go. You're in the second half if you just joined us on Flow College Hoops. I welcome you again, all our Celts fans, all of our Bulldog fans, and of course all those that are just stopping on by. Can't get the reverse lay-in to go, this Wallace. Coming the other direction, looking to pull it within one. Wallace was there, but couldn't block it as Corey Thompson makes it a one-point contest. TLU up by that lone point. Pushed out of play by Colongo. Second unit checking in for head coach Austin Falke. And it's Garcia, Aaron Garcia, the freshman out of San Antonio, will check in. Tampkin loses the handle, but keeps possession. And the ball thrown away. Guess that could have gone a multitude of ways. Travel, 3 seconds, but nothing called. The officials letting them play through. That foul will be called. Angel Johnson was trying to get to the rack and takes the foul, and he'll be going to the free throw line. Johnson, a 64% free throw shooter coming into tonight's contest. Could tie it up with this shot and possibly give him the lead if he can hit both. That will be the second team foul for both teams now as Johnson lines this one up and hits. We're tied at 32. Chavarin Rivens will check in. Second one also good by Johnson. That will give TLU the deficit, and that will put the Celts in front for the first time in this second half. So about 4 minutes in, the number 4 team in the nation will take their first lead of the second half of this ball game. Pocket pick. Johnson gets up and gets hit down. Bulldogs, Mason Wallace thinking that he got ball. Officials don't see it that way. And we will go to the immediate timeout. 15:52 left in this game. The number 4 team in the nation has just taken the lead for the first time in this half. They're ahead 33-32 here on Flow College Hoops.
Flow Sports has changed the game. We created the essential destination NCAA fans deserve. Together, Flow College and NCAA conferences, institutions, and teams have taken all collegiate sports to the next level.
Oh my goodness! Back to Jones. She lets it fly from deep, and she buries it. Oh, a wraparound. He's got some speed down the sideline. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
The new collegiate record belongs to Parker Valby.
Looking in front, Stockfish, offload shot, score!
Smith making three.
We come out of the timeout. It is the Celts who lead 33-32 with 15:52 left here in Seguin. Johnson at the free throw line. He's the first player in double digits scoring wise as he has the first one go in and out like a fast food restaurant. Johnson with 10 points in this game to go along with 4 rebounds and 3 assists. But most importantly are the 4 steals. He's been a menace defensively. Chaparin Ribbons. Wallace, one-on-one against Congolo. Wallace trying to get free. But they're all over him, and it's stolen by Johnson. Looking to go up and finishes it and one. Oh, and technical. So the basket should count, and it should be an and one, unless they're going to wave off the technical. Because I can see where the technical would be called on the second pull-up, but there was also contact being made. Okay, so the foul does stand as originally whistled, so it's a foul in the act of shooting on the dunk. And now it's a technical on Coach Medina. So it is getting very wild here, courtside. And more drama than an episode of Love Island. At least it feels like it right now. So we have a free throw technical. That's the technical for the pulling of the rim. So that gave TLU the shot, which goes in. We're coming back to play the original foul, which was a dunk, and then the foul after the dunk, so it was in the act of shooting. Wait a minute, I am so confused now. So are they calling this a tech free throw? Whoa, I am... You know, folks, sometimes this happens. A lot was going on there. From the way I initially perceived it, it should have been a slam dunk, act of shooting, a foul. That shot should have just been the one shot. And yes, it's Bulldog basketball, but I don't know why they made him wait behind the timeline. Everybody seemed a little confused there, but it all kind of worked its way out anyways. So yes, 2 technical fouls called on St. Thomas, and I think that's what had the officials confused, because the second technical was on the coach, so it didn't lead to a free throw. Johnson there again. We just talked about him. Defensively, a stalwart going up and is fouled. And he'll be going back to the free throw line, but he does lead the league in steals per game, does Angel Johnson. And you can see why. Johnson hitting the first. Isaac Orozco coming back in. Johnson has like 5 steals in this game. He averages about 3. 38-33, 5-point deficit for the Bulldogs after having the lead going into the half. And they started the second half with the lead too. And Johnson whistled for the foul. Tapkin had nowhere to go and they put the ball on the ground and tried to make the most out of it. That works out though. It is the third team foul for the Celts. TLU has 5 team fouls. Orozco to Tampkin on the inbound. Tampkin, good passing, looking to drive. Chavarin Rivens, he's fouled on the way up. A couple of free throws coming up for Chavarin Rivens. Now 8 of 9 from the free throw line for Rivens. Carter Lewis will check back in. As TLU, right where they have to be right now, just hanging around within striking distance, trading the lead in this half between them and the 4th-ranked team in the nation here on Flow College. Second one, curse of the commentator, I'm afraid, as the second one does end up missing. 4-point lead for the Celts. Johnson to Congolo. Uses the screen. Chavarin Rivens almost pokes the ball loose. There's the screen against him. Stays in front. Looking to spin. There's the evacuation of the handles. Allen can't finish in the paint. He gets the offensive board. Going back in strong. And he just bulldozes his way through the would-be defense for that score. Does Reese Allen. Largest lead of the half for the Celts. They're up by 6. 40-34. Wallace finds a lane. Almost had it poked away, but kept possession. Down to 5. 3 on the shot clock, and he'll go out of bounds. Just to get out of danger, he put it right off of the foot of Allen. Coach Medina is going to send in Jaden Ross, the junior from Houston, by way of South Arkansas College. 2 seconds on the shot clock for the Bulldogs. Catch and shoot 3. Oh, it pops out. Unlucky for Johnson, who had made 2 previously. On the drive, Johnson going behind his back. Angel Johnson on the drive. Easy finish. Down the baseline for Nathan Congolo. Congolo will pick up Orozco full court. Wallace trapped here on the near side, now with some room to work. It's 42-34 on the handoff. Chavarin Rivens telling him to space out. Back outside, 3 taken away. Orozco, NBA distance, and it clinks in. Isaac Orozco hits a big-time 3-ball. And that will give TLU some life. 42-34, 13 minutes remain in this half. Count it, and 1. The finishing badge, strong for Angel Johnson. You know, that's the thing about the top players. They might be cold for a little while, but then they start to heat up, and then once they do, they're almost impossible to stop, and that's what we're seeing with Angel Johnson right now as he just made that finger roll from about 12 feet out, made it look easy. And 1 old school style is complete, 45-37, as now the Celts are starting to click here in the second half. That ball going to be thrown away. Intercepted by Ross. Congolo, one-on-one, just cuts his way through. And the rebound collected by Chavarine Rivens. The baseball pass is connected. On the transition, swish three for Jonah Johnson. Wallace will get the assist. And Johnson now with 9 points in this game, all of them threes, as the Bulldogs down by 5. Blocking foul on Allen. And that will be the team's 5th foul. Wallace getting ready to go back in for the Bulldogs. Buffalo checking back in, as well as Corey Thompson for St. Thomas. Full court press being administered here. Wallace being guarded by Thompson. Wallace going to take it himself. He lost it on the way up, and his last touched out of bounds by the Celts. 45-40. I know I've said this a lot, but it's just because the Bulldogs have been playing so well in this game, going against the number 4 ranked team in the nation and played excellent basketball. Can they do it for 12 more minutes and make the shots they need? Wallace going to the lane. Wallace! Great decision making leads to the bucket at the rim. And TLU down by 3. Way to finish through the contact for the young fella. Johnson utilizing the screen. Step back 3, Thompson. Yes. And that's what the best teams do. They answer back right after it looks like the opposition has a shine of light. Let's see if the Bulldogs can answer back now. Tapkin, one-on-one here. Orozco pulls down the 3, drives. Orozco going to the lane, and he's fouled by Johnson. No, he's not fouled by Johnson. He's fouled by Buffalo. And that's a huge call because that will be the team's 7th foul. So the Bulldogs will be going from the free throw line from here on out. We'll take the timeout with them. 48-42. It's the Celts who lead on Flow College Hoops. We're working our way out of the timeout. It's 48-42. What a great game we've had on hand in this SCAC conference matchup here tonight on this Friday evening here in Seguin, Texas on Flow College Hoops. I'm the Smash, Justin Simmons. Glad to be with you tonight. You're at Jim Schuler Court inside Memorial Gymnasium. Orozco at the free throw line. He's going to have a chance to shoot 2. This place silent. First one swishes through. Bulldogs can't afford to leave any points at the table this evening. They've played an excellent game, but they have to see it through if they want to pull the upset. And every point counts. Orozco hits both. And the Bulldogs remain within striking distance. They're dressed in the all-white with black and yellow gold trim. Going left to right in this second half. St. Thomas. They're in the black with red trim. 3 balls short. Rebound controlled by Johnson. Getting to the midway point of this second half of play. On the drive, Jonah Johnson, and one! Great take by Jonah Johnson as he banks it off the glass for the and one, and now has an opportunity to pull TLU within one. Here from the free throw line for the old school three-point play. Connects. 48-47, TLU down by one. The fourth-ranked team in the nation has been in a fist fight here tonight. And I don't mean that literally, but figuratively, they have been beat up as well. Both teams playing physical, no point easy. Crunching screens, and a lot of hustle inside can lead to some chaos, and the chaos leads to a turnover. But this has been a good scrap here tonight. I know the Bulldogs have had their up and downs this year. But if they can pull this one off, it's going to be the shot clock. Yeah, the shot clock needs to be reset. Nothing wrong with the inbound, or there's no foul. The Bulldogs only have 7 seconds to get the ball across the timeline. It's down to 5, and they do. Have the opportunity to take the lead on this possession, does TLU. Johnson, he's been hot from the field since being inserted into the game. Tapkin. The handoff to Mason Wallace. Wallace almost had it lost. Tapkin, he's going to take it himself. And Teddy Tapkin, with the runner and the finish, puts TLU back in front by one, 49-48 here on the back end of the second half with 9:40 and counting. Man, crowd's into it now. If you don't got those goosebumps, I don't know what will do it for you. This has been electric performance so far from the Bulldogs. Essentially, they have one more quarter of basketball that they have to play hard. But the great eraser is the two-handed jams like that off of the assist to Nicholas Buffalo. On the opposite way, Wallace couldn't get the right-handed fall. And he's working hard, Mace. Johnson going to do it himself. Razzle dazzle. Like we said before, the kid has the finishing badge. Possibly a silver, if not gold. 52-49. The three ball ties it up, though. Orozco. Oh, I was going to say blocked, but it ends up being fouled. And Orozco will have an opportunity to tie it up from the free throw line. I don't know if Allen is still eligible to play. I had him. Oh, no, that is his fourth foul. Okay, I had it at 5 originally. I read the stat sheet wrong myself there. So, no. 4 personal fouls. That's correct. He can come out of the game. Orozco ties it up, and he does. Big free throws there from Isaac Orozco. 52 all. Man, what a game. A big thanks to all of y'all who have joined us here on Flow College. You have not been disappointed, I hope, as this game has been everything it should be and even more. 8 minutes and 35 seconds left to go. That's an offensive foul on the screen. Good Tonga. Bulldog basketball with a chance to take the lead. Garcia takes the inbound. 8:30 and counting. here in the second half of play. Johnson. In the game, Juarez. He played well in his first half of minutes. Juarez. 10 on the shot clock now for the Bulldogs. Down to 5. Garcia almost lost the handle. Spins out of the way. Garcia's fouled from behind. And that will send Garcia to the free throw line. Foul called on Jaden Ross. For Aaron Garcia, the free throw line has not necessarily been his friend this season. 42% from the line, 6 of 14. But if he makes one of the two, that puts him in front. Right on cue. TLU back in front thanks to Garcia's free throw. And Coach Medina not happy with the way that the whistles have been going here in the second half. And letting the officials know. Second free throw falls through for the kid. Garcia goes 2 for 2 from the line, and it's 54-52. 8 minutes to go. Crunch time awaits. Johnson draws the foul. And now the game comes to a grind, and we'll talk about it after the timeout. 54-52, TLU leads.
Flow Sports has changed the game. We created the essential destination NCAA fans deserve. Together, Flow College and NCAA conferences, institutions, and teams have taken all collegiate sports to the next level.
Oh my goodness! Back to Jones. She lets it fly from deep, and she buries it. Oh, a wraparound. He's got some speed down the sideline. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
The new collegiate record belongs to Parker Valby.
Looking in front, Stockfish, offload shot, score!
Smith making three. That is crushed.
It's a touchdown!
As we welcome you back here, Jim Schuller Court at Memorial Gymnasium. We go to the free throw line here with Angel Johnson. It's a 1-and-1 opportunity as both teams are in the bonus now. Bulldogs in the double bonus. The free throw, in and out. And TLU has the lead, 54-52, now with possession. It's Garcia, Tapkin, Juarez, as well as Johnson, the 5 out there for Coach Falke. No room to be had for Tapkin. 10 on the shot clock now for the Bulldogs, who lead by 2. Johnson driving, pulls up, long 2, shaves the rim short. Rebound controlled by Johnson. Angel Johnson now going against Johnson. Stopping, dishing, pull-up jumper, Congolo, yes. Just from about 16 at the elbow. And we're tied at 54. Full court press here. 7 minutes, 10 seconds remain. Bulldogs thinking upset, and they have played well enough to earn it. But they need to make some shots here and hold on defensively. No foul there. Wallace able to cut through the defense, but that was about it. Well, the inbound had already happened, so they have to play it. And one, Johnson tried to defend. And the Bulldogs didn't get a chance to make that substitution. Bulldogs kind of caught off guard there with not being allowed to make the sub. Tapkin one-on-one. Here to Garcia, driving baseline. Outside, Wattis. He tried to step back for the three. On the drive, Johnson caught through, but couldn't get the finish he was looking for. Sometimes the glass can be helpful, sometimes it's not so much. 6:08 left, 56-54. Celts in the lead, up by 2. One-on-one, Johnson versus Johnson. Faking the three, pulling, stopping. Bounce pass inside. The one-handed floater is good from Kitonga. (58-54). Bulldogs find themselves down by 4. They'll go low to Wattis, one-on-one. And he has time to try to catch the cutting Tapkin. So now Edwards will get the check in. Orozco will check in, as well as Wallace. St. Thomas shooting 52% here in the second half, compared to finishing it at 40%. But the shooting numbers have risen for the Bulldogs as well. They have been connecting on 54% of their shots from the field, taking efficient looks. Tapkin gets his way through. He has it blocked the first time, but keeps it and follows it up with the putback. TLU down by 2. 5:25 and counting. So we're here in the second half of play. We welcome you again to Flow College Hoops. Angel Johnson, not enough spin, and Johnson is down. And he's staying down. It's 4-on-5 as Johnson is still down. The shot for 3, Orozco short, as it's going to be hit out of bounds, and Johnson still down, holding on to the top of his head. There's not a lot of room down on the baseline. So crashing into the wall, sliding into the wall can happen quite easily here at Memorial Gymnasium. But the trainer down to look at Angel Johnson, who's currently the leading scorer for this Celts team. He's so important right now as he has all the momentum. And he's going to be helped up, but obviously in pain. And they're going to bring him to the sideline to evaluate him. I'm not sure if even this will cool him off with the way that he's been balling in this game. But hopefully he's okay. Never want to see anybody get hurt. But the trainer out to look at him. Going to assess his head, at least the top of it from what I can see here. I'm assuming that's what happened. Is that he just happened to slide underneath where there's just enough exposure of the concrete underneath the padding on that last play, as the confines are so shallow here. Edwards going behind the back, and they're going to whistle in for the travel. And so he is holding the back of that head as he's getting treatment here on the sidelines as Angel Johnson. It's 58-56. We'll see if he can return to this game and how the Celts will perform without him in the lineup right now. He's been their everything, offense and defense. Looking to set the screen again. Well done on the go around. Can't finish the reverse lay-in. The tip in not there. The third time is the charm as Corey Thompson's there for the finish. It's a 4-point game. Bulldogs down by those 4. 4:16 left. Garcia outside. Wallace to Orozco. Tapkin. Back outside. Orozco for 3. Short. Tapkin, the rebound. And he's going to be fouled from behind. And we'll be going to the free throw line. It's an automatic 2 shots for Teddy Tapkin. A 70% free throw shooter coming into this game is Tapkin. Makes the first. 60-57. Second one also good. It's a 2-point lead for the Celts, the 4th-ranked team in the nation. has had all they can handle and more from this Bulldogs team here tonight. But we are in that final push now. Who wants it? Bulldogs want it. On the steal, Orozco gets the finish with the contact. And we are tied at 60. Wow. You can hear it. It's electric inside the Memorial Gymnasium now. Can the visitors quell this home crowd? Long three. Off the corner. It is rebounded by the Celts. On the drive, hanging in the air. He comes up short. Orozco rebound. Garcia. Here to Wallace, back to Orozco. He has the hot hand. Do you let him go again? Tapkin, one-on-one. He has his matchup. Tapkin. Here to Wallace, inside the paint. One dish too many. It's last touch by the Celts. Timeout is coming up. What a game we have here. We're tied at 60 as we break here on Flow College Hoops. We welcome you back here to Jim Schuler Court inside Memorial Gymnasium. What a game. If you just tuned in late, best time to have checked in because I wouldn't want you to have missed this. It's 60-60. What a contest. Angel Johnson, he is back out there after taking the bump to the head. He has 20 points to lead the way and 5 rebounds to go along with 6 assists and 6 steals. Does the best two-way man in the league, assist and steal-wise, have here tonight to lead the way for the Celts. For the Bulldogs, they've been led by Jonah Johnson's 12 points, Isaac Orozco's 11, and none bigger than that 3-ball from Isaac Orozco. 63-60. As the Bulldogs looking for the upset, Johnson back in, you know he wants the ball in his hands. And he does what he's been doing this entire game. Even the break to tend to the injury wasn't enough to cool him off. He scores his 2. TLU up by 1, 63-62. Thompson has 14 points. Gitonga, 14 points. For the Pirates, Teddy Temkin has 10 to go along with Ted Boritz for the double-double here tonight. Wallace spinning. Wallace being called for the travel. Less than 2 minutes to go here. Inside Memorial Gymnasium. Can the Bulldogs hang on for the huge upset and take down the 4th-ranked team in the nation? Angel Johnson up top, Congolo. This shot, corner 3, wide open, off the side of the back iron. The rebound was controlled by Reese Allen, but then knocked out of play by Orozco. Minute 34, 18 on the shot clock. Coach Medina is going to take a timeout. Man, what a win this would be for the fellas, for Coach Austin Falke. It would be the biggest win of his head coaching career here, as he's been an assistant under the last 2 head coaches, including the great Mike Wallace, or excuse me, Mike Wacker. It might be a shot from Wallace that TLU is going to need. And it's fortunate. I've been in the game so long now, I got a chance to call Coach Wacker's son Chris's games when he was in college. 63-62, Bulldogs in front, minute 34. On the inbound, too easy. It pops out, but we're going to have a foul as committed by Tampkin. So that will send Allen to the free throw line. For Reese Allen, a 75% free throw shooter coming into this game. The noise starting to rise. Allen hits the first, and we're tied at 63. As a team, they've been shooting 66% from the line here tonight, have the Celts. Allen hits both. Big-time players step up in big-time moments. And that was a big-time finish to make it 64-63. Celts in front, minute 24. It's kept alive. Wallace, Orozco. Tampkin trying to find some room. Down low, Tampkin gets in. Tampkin, he's denied. Are they going to call a blocking foul? Over the back. So that will be the 5th personal foul for Charles Gatonga. And he finishes tonight's contest. 10 points scored with 4 rebounds on 5 of 10 shooting. We're here at the free throw line with Tampkin. Makes the first. We're tied again, 64 all. One more puts him back in front. It's good. 65-64. Tampkin puts TLU in the lead. The clock doesn't run until it's picked up. And here we go, 106 and counting. Johnson, no travel called. There's the tie-up. Orozco able to swing the ball loose, but it's kept alive. Angel Johnson one-on-one here against Wallace. He gets in underneath and finishes at a difficult angle. 50 seconds to go. 1-point lead TLU. This is exactly why you try to play at the next level for moments like this. We've all done it as kids. Wanting to be in that big-time moment to take that shot. Wallace, big-time players step up in big-time moments. Just like that. Mason Wallace puts TLU in front, 67-66, as we head to the timeouts here on Flow College Hoops.
As an MAT student, you are an athletic trainer, and I think that's something really cool that we get to experience.
We're pretty hands-on. Anything that like our preceptor asks us to do, like we're able to do. Going out to practices and traveling to games.
We're doing evals, looking at them, helping them with their rehab like protocols.
For me personally, I do a lot of like hands-on where I'm like speaking with the patients about how they feel. And so I feel like it's a lot of like one-on-one interactions.
Knowing that I'm gonna go into the clinic every day and I don't know who's gonna walk through the door and what their problem's gonna be, and that I get to be the one that tells them like, hey, this is what's wrong, but I can also help you, so here's a solution.
So the crowd rising to the occasion with this team right now. 67-66 as we welcome you back to Memorial Gymnasium. I'm the Smash, Justin Simmons. What a game played by the home team so far as they're thinking upset. The 4th-ranked team in the nation, St. Thomas, has possession. In the deficit, down by 1. Clock will start now, 35 seconds and counting. You hear the chants of defense. Johnson has been on fire in this game and won. Johnson, the top assist man, as well as steals getter in this league, and you can see right there he can affect this game in so many ways. He finds his cutting teammate right at the rim for the score for Nicholas Buffalo. A chance to put the visitors up by 2, and he does just that. The shot clock has been turned off. 28 seconds to go. A 2 ties, a 3 wins it. Wallace has the ball in hand. Wallace going to the lane, and he's going to have it knocked out of play. 17.19 seconds left. Timeout taken. It's just a 30-second timeout, though. So we can stay here. Let's see, are they challenging the call? They might be challenging the call as the officials are going to talk this over. I think Coach Medina's staff wants to see if this ball was touched out of play. So they want to go to replay. And that's exactly what's going to transpire. They're going to go to replay. They want to see if that ball was knocked out of play at the last possible second. Right now it's 69-67. What a game we've had here. We got one more to follow up as the women will take to the hard court between the Celts and the Bulldogs in about 30 minutes at the conclusion of this opening contest. But this has probably been the Bulldogs' best performance so far this year. So we're still under review here. And they're trying to see who touched it last as the ball was going out of play. What drama. Okay, the referee's got their look at this. So they're going to huddle up and they're going to decide the fate here. Do the Bulldogs get one more inbound? So it will be Bulldogs basketball. 69-67. No shot clock, 17.19 seconds left. into Tamkin, who gets the space and the lay-in to tie it up. 13.9 seconds. The Celts, though, they have the ability. They got the player that can break everybody's hearts in here. Johnson dishes it. Corner three. Not there. Put back, yes. 2.85 seconds. They got to go. Bulldogs have to get a shot off. They do. Wallace off of the back window. And a tremendous effort. Falls just a tad short for TLU. As the Celts have the toughest competition of their conference season and come away with a skin of their teeth victory. Just barely. So close, but 13.9 seconds was just enough for Angel Johnson, for the rest of this team to make something happen. And that's what the top teams do. They're never out of it. And you can see the frustration on the faces of the Bulldogs. What an effort put forth by the young fellas. But in the end, they were fantastic for 39 minutes and change. They just needed that extra 13 seconds to possibly send it into OT. But St. Thomas, the fourth-ranked team in the nation for a reason, as they, no spot ever too big, and they were cool till the very end as they get the victory. Quickly on the post game here, we'll take a look at it. Scoring-wise, no doubt about it. What a game from this young man. Angel Johnson, 24 points to go along with 5 boards, 7 assists, and 6 steals for the lead tailsman of St. Thomas. Corey Thompson had 14 points with 5 rebounds. And then Charles Gatonga, he fouled out, 10 points, 4 boards. Allen, Congolo, each with 8 points. On 46% shooting as a team, they were only 2 of 10 from the three-point line and 75% from the foul line. For Texas Lutheran, what a game. Led by Teddy Tamkin and Isaac Orozco. 14 points apiece. Tamkin, a double-double tonight. 14 points, 10 rebounds. Orozco playing on another level for Isaac. 14 points, 1 board, 4 assists, and a steal. Mason Wallace, 9 points, 2 boards, 2 assists. And then Jonah Johnson off of the bench, 12 points, huge every time. But at the very end, just wasn't enough for the Bulldogs to get the upset victory. We'll sign off on this first broadcast. We thank you again for watching this exciting game. It was ending, though, 71-69. The fourth-ranked team in the nation comes away with the victory, able to evade the upset. Women's basketball underway in about 20 minutes, so stay tuned with us here. If not, have a great Friday night, and hopefully we'll see you, though, on the other side for our next game. I'm Smash Simmons for everybody here at TLU saying thank you for watching, and we'll see you in about 20 minutes.